So, my name is Valery Platonov. I'm the chair of Global edtech-Startup Award Euro-Asia competition. And I would like to give the stage to our host of this evening meeting, or maybe day meeting, morning meeting. It depends on the country, of course, to Mireille Lucera, the head of scale-up programs of the Most Business Intelligence Kazakhstan. She is the event host. So, Mireille, please take a stage.
Thank you, Valery. Good evening, good day, everyone. It's nice to meet you all, and thank you for joining us today. So, Global EdTech Startup Awards, GESA Awards, is the largest EdTech competition and community in the world, a joint venture between partners from the 6 continents that's accomplished to build a community of more than 6,000 EdTech startups from 130 countries. GESA Awards was founded 10 years ago, aiming to support global expansion and international collaboration in the EdTech space, and has quickly gained international recognition as the major platform for all EdTech stakeholders to connect. So thank you all for joining tonight. And GESA Awards provides the opportunity to startups from any corner of the world to showcase their products to a global audience, connect and build significant partnerships, facilitate business opportunities, as well as compete towards being crowned the EdTech Startup of the Year. And GESA Awards facilitates the flow of EdTech investments to alternative markets. Each GESA Awards partner organizes the celebration of local event, bringing together a select group of applicants from each region to a regional semifinal events. The winners of the regional event become the candidates to the final GESA event. The final event will take place in London in January, with the participation of a selected group of leaders of the industry that will choose the winners and a crowd of hundreds of EdTech advocates. Today's event, prior to GESA Awards London finals, exclusively for GESA Award finalists, and provide them with significant connections, practical tools, and specific opportunities to grow their businesses. Participants include top 3 startups of each regional and GESA Award partners, and a network of global tech leaders and investors. GESA Awards relies on a network of around 20 tech clusters from around the world. Now that GESA Eurasia has been transformed into GESA Eurasia, which is provided by the EdCrunch events in Kazakhstan, which is an official partner of GESA. So the organizing committee of the GESA Eurasia 2023 semifinals competition, with the help of international experts, selected top 5 for live online pitching to the international judges of GESA Eurasia at the semifinals today.
Let me take a vote to present our judges. Thanks a lot to all experts and specialists for accepting our invitation to be online here. This year, the general attack is slowing down due to the different reasons in the world. But from the other hand, there is a big move in the field of artificial intelligence in education, as generative artificial intelligence, predictive artificial intelligence, and discriminative artificial intelligence. Previously, the number of experts usually included mostly people only from the EdTech field and located within the competition region. In fact, the EdTech field is present in almost all fields of activity, not just education. Therefore, the views of those who are not directly involved in the education are quite important. A lot of experts are relocated from Euro-Asia to other regions, and this is a positive factor from our point of view. For international competition, it's also important how the startup looks from the point of other regional interests, which contributes to the possibility of the startup entry into other markets. So our judges are Mireille Lucera, head of scale-up programs, most business intelligence. Cesar Manuel Sanchez Rodriguez, accelerator manager from Mexico. Cesar, please say some words to our audience.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here from Mexico and from the Tech de Monterrey. We are so happy to collaborate with you, and hope you see you in London next year. So happy to be here.
Okay, okay. Next judge is from United States of America, Dmitry Stavitsky, full stack startup advisor. Dmitry, are you with us? Yeah, I see. Oh, okay. Nice to see you. You are in Cyprus, as I understand. Just about your vision, your what, I mean, I know you quite well, but the audience, maybe you introduce.
Oh yeah, sure. So my exposure to edtech started in 2014 when I joined Lingualeo as a hired CEO. We tripled the user base, got to profitability because we had to, after winning access to First Western and then Russian capital. I left Lingualeo in 2016, started Edwin, also English learning. It was a startup for students that prepare for standardized tests. Got it funded by General Catalyst and Google. We went through Y Combinator and didn't find the product market fit and joined BuddyAI. It's a project that actually won GESA Award a couple of years ago. It's a project with deep Russian roots. So I worked at Buddy, and after Buddy, I became what I call full stack startup advisor, meaning that I do everything from strategic advising to rolling up my sleeves. One of the bigger projects that may be of interest in this context is with Class Dojo, which I launched in international markets, set up their international function, and did a couple of international launches. I'm advising several edtech companies, but still, as you could see from my bio, my experience is mostly in English language learning, foreign language learning, and K-12.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dmitry, thanks a lot. Now the Buddy is quite a big company, by the way. Got a big investment just recently. It's very,
Yep.
And they were our winner in the first year of our participation. So quite.
Yeah, Buddy is doing very well. I'm proud to be
Okay. And the next judge is Natalia Chibatari, founder of Cosmos Social. I think she's from Georgia now, or from United States. Natalia, please tell us.
Still from Georgia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Just say some words about it.
Well, I have a vast experience in tech, mostly in Russia. I've built a number of products, like 5 or 8 products for the K-12 that are now used in 22,000 schools and by 120,000 teachers, teacher programs, like lots of different tech. I've built strategies for the largest edtech and non-edtech countries in Europe, mostly about strategy. But yeah, and now I'm serving as an advisor to Ultra VC, a fund for like they invest in education as well, and helping startups from time to time with my vast experience.
Okay, great, great.
Thank you.
Next one is Alexey Zhimolovsky, the CEO of IT Hub Limited.
Пока мы работаем только на Россию, но как бы в первом приближении у нас страны СНГ, то есть это наши Казахстан, Узбекистан, Армения, как будто бы в первом прицеле эти страны у нас есть.
Okay, okay, thanks, Alexey. And the next one is my friend Eugen Golubov. I don't know.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. So I started my career as an English teacher, right, in a public school, in a remote school, in the far east of Russia. And since 2012, I've been teaching and traveling in different countries such as Thailand, Kuwait, and now Saudi Arabia. So I spent 5 years teaching in British curriculum, American curriculum, and international baccalaureate schools, then at the best school of Kuwait that belongs to the royal family of Kuwait. And now I'm the head of department at Riyadh Schools, which belongs to the royal family of Saudi Arabia. Alongside with that, I've been running a couple of my own projects. So nobody's funding me. I'm funding myself. I've been funding myself since day one. So I launched my online language school. We primarily teach English and Russian as a foreign language alongside with some other foreign languages for which there might be some demand. And alongside with that, I've been successfully running a telecollaborative project called Kidsglish, where kids teach English to kids from different parts of the world. Occasionally, we might have up to 27 different nationalities. So these are the kids who are attending prestigious international schools, and they are teaching English to kids from low-income families. So it's a charity project. We had the videos translated from Russian into English, Arabic, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Thai. So we are thinking of expanding, and my experience has been primarily with K-12 schools. So I think I might contribute a little bit. I'm not as successful as Natalia probably, but I do have some extensive knowledge of many things that are related to language acquisition. Thank you very much.
Real teachers know best.
Yes, correct. Okay, Mireille, please.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself as well. I represent the Most Business Intelligence. It's part of the Most Venture Fund from Kazakhstan, and we invest in startups. We're industry agnostic, but we do have startups in our portfolio from with a tech specialty. And me, myself personally, I'm also very keen of EdTech sphere. I've been organizing EdTech forum in Kazakhstan for 3 years. So very excited to be here. And we can continue with startup presentation. So we can continue with startup presentations. And a reminder for startups that startups are assessed according to 5 GESA criteria, which includes addressing pain points in the edtech market. Secondly, innovative pedagogical approach, user experience, user base growth potential, and operating in the context of a sustainable business model. In terms of timing, I think it's like 5 minutes for startup presentations with questions and answers. The next startup is Teen Tech Ed, and the speaker is Batagos Juman. Batagos, are you here? Yeah, great. So you can start your presentation, and then judges, reviewer Dmitry Stavitsky and Cesar can ask you questions.
Okay.
So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mireille. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be part of this startup pitch, and thank you for invitation. My name is Batagos Juman. I am CEO and co-founder of Teen Tech Ed company, where we aim to create AI platform for education and internships abroad. So our goal is to make education accessible to everyone. After graduating from MIT, I came back to Kazakhstan and realized that there are a lot of students that want to also have great opportunities by studying abroad and winning scholarships. However, they face a lot of problems due to very high cost of agencies that help them with this kind of consultancy. However, they don't have good transparency, they have limited reliability, poor variability, and this creates a lot of problems to the students. On the other hand, I also researched and realized that universities themselves are losing a lot of money due to the students who are dropping out after the first semester due to incorrect major decisions and dropping out after that. In the US itself, they are losing around $37 billion just on this problem. So I realized that the market for this kind of business and startup is huge. In Kazakhstan itself, it's accounting for 2 million, CIS 9 million, and other like US regions, $6 billion. So we thought of creating a platform that can connect our students with mentors and also provide them transparent solutions to help them with guidance, admission, and prof orientation, which in other hand will help universities themselves. So it helped us to reduce the cost of consultation and the full support, and also reduce the budget of admission department by 6 times. And besides that, it also increased the transparency, reliability, and variability of the process and programs. So as a company, we are we started in 2022 and increased by over 30 times in turnover. The yearly previous year cash flow was $289,000, and we grow as a team from just 3 people to 18, and expanded in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan regions. Further, we are planning to go to other markets and grow over $1 million. We would like to do it with our great team of experts in education. All of them are the graduates from international universities, and also experts in AI, ML, robotics, as well as academics and science. So we are planning to do this by requesting investments, and also we've been finalists of Draper Show, several acceleration programs from Astana Hub, Most Hub, and recent pitch winner of $10,000. We are planning to utilize these resources to scale and to further develop our AI platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Botogos, and our judges. Dmitry, if you have questions, feedback.
Yeah, it would be
Reviewer.
helpful. It would be helpful to give some instructions to reviewers. So I haven't seen any yet. Sorry if I missed it. I have a quick reaction. I have a few questions. So quick reaction is that there is definitely a market demand for that. So I think it's beyond question. And you have traction. You have meaningful revenue. What is your unit economics? How do you attract users, and how much do you? What's their CAC? What's their LTV? The reason I ask is that if you're successful, then your clients will get admitted, and they will probably never come back, right? So unit economics is probably tricky.
Yeah, that's actually one of the questions we were thinking with our team, since like we give them access to mentors that help them with admissions, either for bachelor, masters, and etc. Then we developed several lineages of products that can be like post-sale, including internships, including languages, preparation for tests, and like language schools, language programs, leadership programs, and etc. So we thought of developing kind of a sense of community where they can find any like helpful tools and resources for their education. So make the education accessible. I agree that post-sale services are not at the moment very popular. However, we have students who are coming over and over for different products for us, because first they come for language school, then for bachelor, then for masters, then like internship. For them, the consultancy, educational consultancy, might be a lifetime goal.
Got it. Got it.
Lifetime
Got
product.
it. Can you give us a few numbers on the unit economics?
When it comes to unit economics, our CAC is $300. So the LTV, it increased from 1,000 to 1,500 this year. Yeah, we attract clients mostly from marketing in the social media. However, we are concentrated now more on B2B sector and want to be like a partner for schools, for universities. However, we are still working on this. It's not our main major resource of clients at the moment.
Got it. I think we have time for one more question. Why now? So what you're doing makes perfect sense. Why such a service wasn't created 7 years ago?
I think with development of AI services now, a lot of universities, they also have certain tools to check if the essays and the help for admission was done through AI. So it creates also like a major advantage for our kind of the real consultancy service, where they can not only copy the essays or do it only with AI, but they receive a full human guidance, how to properly select major, how to navigate through this process. So I think the human factor of it will never go old. However, due to development of technologies, AI, it will become easier to be accessible.
So I'm not sure I understand. So you explain why AI is not a threat to you, and I agree with that. But I don't think this answers the question why the service wasn't created several years ago.
Within outside, let's say international companies like Study Abroad, like Mentor Body, the services are available there. However, like in CIS region itself, there are not many companies that were successful doing that.
Got it.
Yeah, mostly there were several, I think one company in Russia that did that, but they couldn't make sense of their unit economics at the time, so they bankrupted, and some company bought them, some other company.
Got it. So it sounds like it's a regional play and just execution. That's your mode, understanding of the region of the market and perfect execution. Okay.
Well,
yeah, thank you. Yeah, congratulations on getting that far, and good luck with the growth.
Mr.
Thank you.
Valery, could I jump in for a second?
Yeah, sure, Evgeny.
Yeah, sure.
Well, right now there are lots of language centers, online language schools, right? Different online educational institutions that combine different kinds of services. And with the advancement of AI, don't you think that your your business model can be easily copyable, by other companies who might have more money, let's say, right? More investments and so on and so forth. How are you going to protect yourself against those who might have a bigger potential in terms of investments and stuff like that? Thank you.
As Dmitry mentioned, at the moment we are playing a local game, let's say, and locally not many companies are doing it technologically. However, I can understand that if we go to another market, for instance, MENA regions, there are a lot of competition, and we need to create a valuable advantage that would be very hard to copy. And we are working at this time on the technological part of this problem. Once we will have more resources, we will go further into developing AI assistant that will have certain legal how to say we can patent it, patentable work. So it will be hard to copy it. However, from my understanding, more of it depends on developing B2B connections that we would like to go further into.
So first mover in your region advantage is on your side. I think that's what I'm hearing.
At the moment, there are only few companies that are doing this. Yeah.
Thank you.
So basically, so basically your message is that you are trying to take advantage of knowing like local languages which are spoken, right, on the territories of those countries. But I mean, if those, let's say, if the income of the families is going to grow, obviously right now the situation and tendencies are changing, right? And more people are studying English, mastering English. So in this case, they might prefer to work with some global companies, right? And your trajectory that right now is quite perfect, right? It keeps going up. At some point, you might expect some plateau, you know, so. Okay, but yeah, good luck with the startup. It's a very interesting idea because you're covering so many aspects, so many ingredients are thrown in. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Evgeny. Hopefully, we'll be able to become a global global company ourselves, so they might also choose us like as part of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Then you should say we will do it, not hopefully.
We'll do it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Batagos. Thank you, judges. We can continue with our next startup. It's CodiPlay, and the speaker is Madina Milikova. And reviewers are Natalia Chubatari and Alexey Zhimilovsky. So, Madina, the stage is yours.
Hello, dear participants. I'm really happy to present today the CodiPlay ecosystem for you, and I hope that you will like it. So, my name is Madina, and let me present our ecosystem.
Yeah, we see it.
Great, thank you, Aliar. So, CodiPlay, it's the IT literacy for kids ecosystem. And we can go next slide. Thank you. So, as everyone knows, right now, IT is progressing extremely fast. And according to the studies, within only 1 year, next year, half of the whole population need to reskill and learn new tech skills. And also, the younger generation is affected by the technology very much because almost all of them have the smartphones, and half of the all youngsters are having the access to the internet. That's why the global education community understands how it is important to teach them the digital skills and implement the digital skills literacy into the school curriculum. And according to the next slide, we understand that actually, even though the task is huge and very important and should be implemented right now, we have simple problems like the lack of reader resources. Not every school has computers and laptops to teach the programming, or even the high internet connection. Also, the curriculum itself is not ready. And even though in some countries we might have ready curriculum, we don't have enough teachers and trainers to teach the programming. Another big problem is that the opportunities in urban schools are different from opportunities in suburban areas. And to solve all this problem, CodiPlay provides the CodiPlay ecosystem. In the next slide, we can see that the Codiplay ecosystem, next slide, please, Aliar. Oh, previous slide. Yes, the Codiplay ecosystem consists of 3 main solutions. The first one is the Codiplay mobile app. Thanks to this mobile app, we don't need any extra resources like expensive laptops or computers. We just need a smartphone and to learn the programming and also to program. According to our curriculum, the first 4 grades are learning the programming and digital skills through the dynamic, very simple and very captivating arcade games. So we try to explain to them how it is to think like a developer, like a programmer, by giving them access to the arcade games. An interesting and also understandable, comfortable way. And starting from the 5th grade until the 11th and 12th grades, they are learning the C++ and Python programming languages. And the next solution is the CodiTeach web platform. It's an LMS web platform that is designed to help teachers to conduct the programming lessons. Here we have the totally described curriculum from grade 1 to grade 12. So everything to conduct the lectures are in this web platform. Also, we are right now teaching how to build games and also how to teach AI and create their own AI programs. And we give all the resources necessary for it in the CodiTeach web platform. And the last solution is the CodiKit. With the CodiKit, we try to explain the programming in a more captivating way, like building the engineering projects. So starting from the 5th grade, they are building more than 60 engineering projects. And by building these projects, they understand that each command line that they are building in the programming environment has its own practical application. So they're not just building something abstract, they're actually building the engineering projects like the traffic light or LED piano or smart parking and so on. And right now, according to the next slide, we are having we are approved as digital public good by the UN. And also recently our program was accredited by the Finland educational system. We also one of the best educational robot solution according to the edtech impact. This is the British reviewer of the edtech startups around the world. And according to the Pioneer Awards, we are the best digital innovation of the year. Right now, we're having more than 900,000 students around the globe. And we are working with the teachers, with many teachers around the world, and also their feedback, how they liked our version. And actually, according to this building, by reviewing all this feedback, we're building the new project, the new version of the Codiplay ecosystem. And right now, we are, for example, including the different styles of the perception of how student can learn. For example, he can learn by listening about the programming through the audio sensors, and also he can be the visual learner or the verbal learner, including to our new educational program. And right now we are in more than 13 countries, and mainly these are the Central Asian countries, the Eastern Asian countries, and MENA region. And the highlights of our journey is that we are working with the ministers, and we're receiving the huge support from the ministers around the world. For example, in the next slide, we can see that, here we can see that we are right now in 200 schools in Saudi Arabia, and we already done the collaboration with the Prince Sultan University. Also, according to the next slide, we can see that we are working in the Turkey with the New Turkey Education Foundation, and we received a high praise of the quality of our product. And in South Korea, we're working with more than 2,000 educational organizations and conducting different Olympiads and hackathons and workshops. And of course, we don't forget about the social part. And in the next slide, you can see that we're helping to the areas where there are no technological resources and provide them the camp-style workshops. We can see it in the next slide. Yeah, here. So we're giving the free programming classes, and we are receiving a lot of support from the students and teachers of these countries. And this is the end of my presentation. So yeah.
Thank you,
If you have
Madina.
any questions, yeah, you can ask me. I'll be happy to answer them.
Hello again. So what makes you different from other platforms? I know that you're gaining popularity quite rapidly, right? But there are
Yes.
basically around 10 to 12 rough competitors that you have that are basically stepping on your feet as well, right? Following you very closely. Because your platform, as far as I know, you rely heavily upon game-based, right, and gamified kind of learning. So what makes you different from Bomberbot or Tinker or Code Combat?
So right now, I think we have one of the greatest strengths of our company is that the curriculum itself is basing on the IB or International Baccalaureate Standards and also the English educational system. And for example, right now we're not positioning as something as a tool for the programming classes. Right now we want to position ourselves as a computer science lectures. Why? Because we have also the STEAM approach in our lectures. Like not only we talk about the programming, we're talking about, for example, the ecological parts. We consider the ecological problems, and we talk about this during the lesson, like for 15-20 minutes to grasp the overall review of this problem, and then we provide the solution, like the recycling and waste disposal, and then we are building the projects that are helping to solve this problem. So we have a really good STEAM approach where we can integrate different disciplines during our lectures. Also, another strong point is that we're not only considering the work with the students, we're teaching the teachers too. So we are providing the educational support for the teachers who are not really understanding what is Arduino or what is other microcontrollers, what is programming. We're providing them educational basement, and also we are very focused on their success. Not only we give the educational basement, but also we motivate them to progress in the programming, to progress in the computer science by giving them the courses in South Korea, internships in South Korea, and by also helping them with the pedagogical experience like this.
Okay, that's perfect. And how about this? You said that you get your programs get aligned with the STEAM, right? But as far as I know, Code Kingdoms do the same thing, and they have the integration with Roblox plus Steam. So basically, yeah, they are your closest competitors. Yeah, you need to think about how to better, you know, protect yourself against those
Yes, of
rising
course.
sharks.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, the world is very big and we have so many people. And I think only one product can't take all the people's attention. And if there are like 4, 5, or even 10 really strong competitors on the market, it means that the field itself is improving really fast. And it's really good to have computers on the same level. Competitors on the same level as we are.
Great. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now, I have a question as well. You mentioned that you cover the whole K-12, but mostly in the presentation and on your website, you're showing just the games, like very simple, that everyone does, like free and not free. And also you've mentioned lectures for 2 times, and this somehow doesn't match with this interactive, higher K-12, like higher grades and lectures. So what is it? What is this the product for? Did it change dramatically there after first?
Yes, of course. Thank you for your question. So yeah, are not very interesting for the higher grades. That's why from the 1st to 4th grade, we're having the arcade games and also work with the Scratch. It's a world best known block coding environment. And after the 4th grades, kids are very capable to work with the robotics part because they have more good, the hand skills to work with little things. And that's why from the 5th grade, we are making the part. And from the 5th grade, they're building the engineering projects. And through building the engineering projects and programming them, they're understanding the programming, not just as abstract thing, but something tangible that you can feel. And for the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, this program might be too easy, right? And that's why here, because the students can work more with the abstract disciplines, we're focusing more on the Python and the AI and the game development so they are actually more programming as the classic programming is. And we are not just one thing. Yeah, we are the ecosystem, which consists of 3 products: the app itself on the smartphone, plus the LMS platform for the teachers, plus the kits for the robotics. So
thank you. And for the second question is, what are these results of the students? Because usually when we talk about different kind of math tutoring and math apps, there are always some kind of results that the scores improved. They could do this and this and this. They participate in the competition. Their grades improved, and so on and so forth. And when we're talking about whole K-12, what is in the end? What are the results of the students? I haven't found it on any of your materials.
Yeah. So first of all, I think this is about the way the children start to think. They're thinking about they're thinking like the technicians. Like if you have a problem, you need to solve it. Or if you have a problem, you first need to identify it and then build gradually and step by step. Like we're talking about the algorithmic mindset, for example. And this is about the skills that they are developing, not only just programming, but also critical thinking, logical thinking, and also the artistic and creative thinking. Why? Because they're from the 5th grade, they're building the projects, and also we give them the opportunity to build their own projects. So we have the 3D.
Madina. Yeah, we gotta continue. Thank you, Madina. Thank you, judges.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was happy to be here.
Aware of time. So our next startup is Classroomy, and the speaker is Stanislav Skorp, and the reviewer is Cesar Sanchez. So Stanislav,
nice to meet you. Yeah. Can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Okay. So yes, my name is Stanislav. I'm from Poland, and this is our startup. It's called Classroomy. It's an AI-based classroom for engaging K-12 students. If briefly, it's like a mix of Zoom plus some CMS for content creation and Sims game actually, and everything multiplied by AI. So why now? I know everyone knows things about edtech, but just to clarify that the potential growth of the market in general is about 40% in the next 5 years. So it's a great opportunity for us, not only for us, but for all the startups which are here today. Even like for the last 4 years, the amount of homeschooling in US increased by 150%, which is also good news for us. But still, the online learning is struggling with some issues. And what are the issues? So the first problem is engagement. we have a problem of keeping attention of students, right? And according to some reports, in online classes, students' engagement is kept at 2 or 3%. So it's kind of low, and it's a huge problem, especially for lower age groups, like children, right? The second problem is too many tools. If you try to learn something, usually it is like Google Meet or Zoom, plus some shared PDF, shared video, some link to something, to some article, and so on. A lot of things, a lot of tools. It's frustrating for everyone. The third problem, which comes from the second one, is missing data. We do not collect data about students, about their performance, about anything. So the results, the analysis is based on teacher impression, teacher opinion, and the data is lost. We actually confirmed this problem with a lot of teachers. We conducted over 320 video interviews and 400 interviews in total. So, and almost everyone confirmed at least something, and 64% confirmed all three issues from their practice. And what's the solution? Is to build an interactive and engagement classroom environment, which you can see on the right side here. It's gamified tools. I know a lot of our competitors have something like that, but still, it's good to have it here. All tools for K-12 are gathered in a single workspace, so everything in one place. And we track more than 15 student performance data parameters, which is also important. Some information about traction. So we had some agreements with teachers and schools. So the minimum B2B paycheck for a school is 90 euros. For personal use, it's 25 euro per month. So if we will be able to attract all these people here, I mean all the schools, all these teachers, then the yearly income is about $2.5 million euros. So it's a huge amount, even with these agreements. Some information about the market in general, but I'm pretty sure you all know about it. And some information about the product, once again. So the environment, creating interactive learning content, which you can see on the screenshot, creating gamified assignments, managing and tracking mini groups, and analysis. How analysis is performed is based on AI. So just an example, it's not tracking only your performance, your activity, your answers to some tasks and so on, but also it checks your, like, even such things like your attention. Like, let's imagine I learned something, I took my phone and I read something from it, so I lost focus, and teacher get the notification that something is wrong. Then please take a look. The student should be engaged somehow. And also with the help of AI, of course, you can create some tasks, some workbooks, and so on. Some comparison with our main competitors, as we see in real life. It's always Zoom, Google Meet, and Teams. Obviously, they don't have anything like that, and they even look similar. And we have this gimmick with 3D environment. As I already mentioned, business model. And the team, CEO Rufat, he is also here available, and I'm a CTO and co-founder. I'm about the technical part of it. And something about funding. Currently, we've spent over like 60,000 euros to build MVP. And we expect to have 250 euros to complete actually the product and finally go to the market. So that's it. If I have time, I can also show the product itself briefly?
No, we don't have
Or we
time,
can go
Stanislav.
to
Thank you.
yeah.
The
questions.
judges, Cesar, do you have questions? Please.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Cesar. Go ahead.
Yeah. First, thank you. I like the product. It seems a good design. That it's hard part when you see this all VR or these interactive spaces. For me, I have no question. I have not a recommendation since I have more experience not just in K-12, more in higher education and workforce. I think there's a big opportunity for training in manufacturing thing, training more like professional spaces, and also will be a great like I don't know if you another product, but a great application of your product there. And and my recommendation is talk a little bit more what the statistics or what the analysis of the AI made because I think this is a big difference from the product. So that's my comment.
Okay, thank you very much for the advice.
Excuse me. Yeah. Stanislav?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, well, just one question.
Stanislav or just Stan, if it's easier for you.
Okay, Stan. So, Stan, I have a question for you. So basically, you have pre-designed formative and summative assessments, right? Plus, teachers, educators themselves can design their own stuff there, right?
Yeah, teachers, they have like an admin panel where you can be prepared to your lessons. You can track activity of your students there. And with the help of AI algorithms, you can also create specific tasks for each student based on his or her performance, activities, like things that should be improved. Or you can create like the global workbook for the whole class.
So basically, you cover not only standalone subjects, but also cross-curricular, right? With the help of AI, with its integration, you can plan and forecast whatever you want to, right?
Yeah, you can also, like AI takes not only just info from some open sources, but also it takes the data from your own lessons as well. So if you have generated something already, it will be also considered. And yes, of course, you can go to different topics to various subjects. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's an amazing platform. Yeah. So
Yes, Natalia?
Yeah, I just wanted, maybe it will be interesting for you to know that, for example, we've built a platform that was used by more than 100,000 people, teachers, with lots of analytical tools, lots of them very easy, and that they really need to, and like we've built that for them and easy to use, but only around 40 of teachers really made time for doing something special for each student. So we had to teach them and motivate them, not the students, but the teachers, to use all the analytical tools. Like when we develop digital products, we're used to get all the dashboards, all the data, and make decisions using this data. But teachers are not like that, and usually they don't have time. So I just wanted to share this experience for you to know this and to use this information. That it won't be like, it would be the hardest part in your development.
I think the good thing about nowadays is that I know everyone speaks about AI all the time, and I will do this once again, but with its help, we can do it more simple now, right? Just a chat, just a message. Please generate a couple of slides for me, and that's it. Of course, some kind of shortcut buttons also can be added, like generate something, and it's generated. It's much easier to learn. It's easier to understand. I think the most problem is that if we speak about other platforms, that teachers are quite frustrated. They have to learn something new. Even if they teach people, they don't really like to learn at the same time. So it's hard for them to communicate with the platform, and with our modern tools, it's much easier now, and I think that we may achieve success here.
Thank you.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course.
A question about competition. You have the Zoom and Meet and someone else. Do you consider LMSs to be your competitors? Google Classroom, Blackboard?
At some point, but from the reality, we see that, like as I mentioned before, we did a lot of interviews with teachers, and like most of them, really most of them, almost everyone uses something like Google Meet, Zoom, and so on. So they pay this minimal subscription for these tools, and that's it. Then screen sharing, other resources like YouTube, something, they try to prepare to lessons with those materials that they can find. So at some point, yes, you're right. They are competitors, but it's not the mass market at all. Like it's not the majority.
Well, they are pretty well established in the US, but I see your point. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And sorry, I have one more question. So basically, Stan, schools, K-12 schools, contact you, right, to get some additional support. So basically, if it is an American curriculum school that uses WIDA standards, right, to deal with ALL learners, for example, plus RASKids platform, plus some other additional resources to assess the overall proficiency level of the students, in what way can you add up? I mean, I understand that you can provide this 3D environment, that you can design some extra resources and stuff like that. But in what way could you be helpful alongside with, aside from some gamified, game-based learning, this 3D environment, what else is your special ingredient, like your zeal?
I think the most cool feature that we have, it's not visible here, but it's actually this analysis that we do. So like, as you can see, like this is just a demo, but it records videos from everyone. So this video is analyzed on the server, and we apply some ML models there. So as I already mentioned, this like lack of attention, right? I'm looking into the phone, I lost attention, and the teacher will be notified about that. Or maybe I'm confused, and video is analyzed, and again, the system understands that I need some more attention. I need something like maybe some other learning material, something like that. If we need to improve it, of course, we can apply other ML models to this to add some additional metrics to it. And it's not only about video, of course, about any action that you do on the page while you learn. We can track it and we can apply some models to them.
And which accreditations do you have? Like what educational organizations, for example, from the USA, from Canada, from Australia, accredited you? Oh, this information can be found, not to waste your time, can be found on your platform, right?
I think Rufat is here. He can answer these questions more. I'm more like technical guy, so that's why I always speak about technical things.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I would like to hear about that, because who knows, I might spread the word of mouth to help you out a little bit here in MENA region.
Unfortunately, he's not here, but we're also like running out of time. So
okay,
yeah, we can continue this discussion directly.
Yeah, I know that there are some schools in Azerbaijan, in Poland. I'm not sure about US or Canada. If we have something, I don't have the list of schools. Maybe if you are interested, we can provide this info in email, or we can have a separate session if needed.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. It's really interesting. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Stanislav. Thank you, judges. Unfortunately, our last startup, Kinder Bubu, couldn't also join. So they are from Georgia, maybe due to political situation there, or I don't know, technical issues. They're not here. So we have completed all the pictures of the participants in the GESA Eurasia semifinals. Thank you all for joining, for participating in today's event, and we hope it passed well and was useful for you. So as the next step, the judges will rate the startups through a form that was sent to them, and please do it within the next few hours. And the judging results will be announced in the next few days and sent to all participants of today's event.
Okay. Okay, thanks a lot. Anyway, we are finishing now. Thanks a lot to all our judges and, of course, startups who have presented their work and their projects. And hope that these startups will go to BET show in January. So please pack your baggage and hope to see you in the BET arena show. Okay, thanks a lot to all of this. Thanks. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.